everybody. I am Hoarder Gamer, and this is Hoarder's Comic Flex. I want to thank you all for joining me. We're going to talk about comics, some TV. We're going to talk about toys for a little bit, and then we're going to look at the books that come out next week. But when I actually do that during this show, it'll be in a more exciting way, with a sound effect. If you haven't seen it, it's a pretty fun sound effect. I don't want to build it up too much, but I like it. I like it. So we're gonna start today with a comic book review. We have Above Snakes, which is right here. Hey Sentinel, how you doing? Above Snakes is a Western, and basically it's about this character named Dirt, a cowboy named Dirt, and a talking bird named Speck, as in speck of dirt. And he's out to right the wrongs that have been done to his family. He's out for revenge. And there's this great moment where he goes into a saloon and he talks about how every town it's the same thing. Other blood runners, as he calls them, looking to find the people that, wrong their loved ones and get vengeance. And it's almost like a camaraderie that occurs between all of them. And they're like, hey, how you doing? Been a while since I've seen you. You find the murderers yet? And I thought that was pretty good. I like that the bird is bloodthirsty, as it says, and it's looking to get its fill of blood, which isn't really explained. It does actually talk. We haven't seen if anyone else can hear the bird except Dirt, but I like this book. The artwork by Hayden Sherman is very different, very colorful. At times it looks a little bit rough, and then it looks really detailed. It's an interesting artistic style, I'll say that right now. And from what I've seen, Sean Lewis, who also was working on King Spawn, or Spawn King. I don't know exactly what you call that Image book for sure. But I see that Sean Lewis has worked before with Hayden Sherman on other books. So I think this is cool. I think this is a cool book. I'm interested in reading issue 2. I believe they may have set up the big bad, not necessarily being the Above Snakes gang. That's the name of the gang he's hunting. That's why the book is called Above Snakes. There happens to be what's called a snake oil salesman selling elixirs and things like that. And it's very possible that could be the big bad, because it starts out where this person is narrating what's happening. But then there's a reference from Dirt as he's going through town about the same company that sells this, these elixirs. So I thought that was interesting. I thought it was an interesting way to maybe set that up. And the first couple pages, you open up and it's just the wares of the snake oil salesman as the narration is happening. So it's not even panels, it's just 2 full pages of bottles and things that this person is selling. But yeah, I think Above Snakes is good. I would definitely recommend checking out this first issue and see what you think. If you're a fan of Deadwood meets something that's going to end up being supernatural, I mean, you got a talking bird with a bloodlust, so it definitely seems to be going in the supernatural realm. I would definitely check out Above Snakes. I think it's cool. Now, everybody, we switch gears. We take those gears, we turn them the other way. They were going to the clockwise position. Those gears are now going counterclockwise. Anyway, what we're going to do now is talk about television. First off, we're going to talk about the MCU and Ms.Marvel, episode 5, also known as the penultimate episode. The second to last episode. So not today's episode, because again, I don't like to review things quite that soon. The same day to me would be crazy to do. If it was 2 or 3 days, maybe. But the same day, no. I don't want to... Don't want to do that. So I was a little worried because when you have a TV show, you have an economy. And an economy is based on how many episodes you have per season. Well, most of these Disney Plus shows, whether they're Marvel or Star Wars, are like 6-episode seasons. Okay? And I was worried that this flashback story, however very interesting, was going to be an entire episode and not further the main plot nor involve Kamala. And I was worried about that. So as I'm watching, I'm enjoying it. Good performances, very interesting story. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking like, oh my God, it's only 6 episodes total. If this is an entire episode, we have to shove so much into what will probably be a 45 minute episode finale. So I was worried about that. But then at about like the 20-minute mark, 25-minute mark, Kamala showed up. And everything came together, and I thought it was really good. I thought the whole story of Partition, if you look that up, it's fascinating, and it's heartbreaking at the same time. But yeah, that was a really cool episode. I did like it a lot. I love the fact that now Kamala's mother knows the secret. That she knows that she was the superhero in New York. That she knows that, more importantly, that Kamala's mother knows that her mother wasn't insane. And the things that she talked about and like said that she experienced were real. And that magic has been a part of that family. That was really good. That was really good. I didn't know how long we were going to have her, like, you know, pretend that she's not who she is. Now, maybe she'll keep that secret from Abu, her father. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But yeah, I liked the episode. I thought it was good. Very monstrous, though, of that mother to stab her daughter at the train station. Like, all that matters, like, they've just become purely monstrous, a lot of these people. And all that matters is, like, getting back to their world. That is it. Kids, not so much. Just getting back to that world. That's it. Anyone else see it? Anyone else? What were your thoughts on the 5th episode? Not the finale. Not the finale. Not that yet. I was about to get completely spoiled. People are going to be like, hey, oh, this or that. I'm like, no, stop. Stop. Well, okay, so in that flashback, you have that one member of the clandestine find the husband and have a kid and actually live a life. Then her mother comes looking for her and isn't happy. And then that woman then stabs her as she's waiting at the train station. This is in the flashback. This is in the flashback. And then that little kid is Kamala's grandmother, basically. Doom, how you doing? Thank you, Doom. So, not to get too sidetracked, but I have a crazy curl that's in my hair. It's just something I've always had. I look like I'm from the 1970s when my hair gets too long. So when that happens, I go and I get it cut. I should get it cut a lot more often, but I go like every 4 to 6 months. Yeah, well, it was a clandestine. Yeah, it was like one of those first clandestine people that wanted to get back to their home. And she wanted to go so badly that she's like, hell with this, I'm going to stab my daughter. You're not stopping me from going home. Stab, stab. Don't care that you're my daughter. What did everyone else think about the 5th episode of Ms.Marvel? Everyone else saw it? Not the finale today. Not the finale today, but last week's. So far, I'm really happy with the show, and I'll be watching the finale either tonight or tomorrow. I'll let you know why it might be tomorrow as we continue talking about television. Yeah, so far I do too, Doom. So far, yes. I just have not seen the finale yet. So I still need to see that. Okay. Episode 5 ending was weird. I was confused as to what happened. Yeah, I mean, I think they like to have us on a cliffhanger with almost every MCU or Star Wars series. They like to... Well, I see it a lot more with the MCU than I do Star Wars. But yeah, I look forward to the finale. Oh, it'll make sense in the finale. Cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. Anyone watch The Boys? Now that we talked a little bit about Ms.Marvel, let's talk about The Boys finale. Hopefully you've all seen that. It was really good. I've read some of the comic, and so far I almost think the show's better. There's certain things they do really well, and I think that season 2 and 3 of The Boys have been the best. I thought the first season, as I mentioned before, was a little too nihilistic, a little too depressing, where everyone seems monstrous and evil. Well, in seasons 2 and 3, you start getting like who are the good guys and who are the bad guys, and it starts all coming together. Yeah, The Boys is really cool. The Boys is really cool. Also, it's been very entertaining for me to see that Homelander is basically an analog of Donald Trump. Going so far as to have him go and metaphorically shoot someone in the middle of 6th Avenue and no one cares. Metaphorically. If you've seen that scene, you know what I'm talking about. And I believe at one time Homelander says fake news. Oh, man. But yeah, I love that show. I think the performances are great. The whole thing with Huey and Starlight is sad. He just can't handle a strong woman. No, I can definitely hang with a strong woman. I'm doing like a dating ad now. Like, strong women, here, I'm right here. Dudes too, I'm right here, so. I think that's the first time I might have mentioned that on this show. Mentioned it on my stream, but I don't think on this show. Hopefully they'll nail the next season, especially how things ended. I think they will. I think they will. I'm wondering how many seasons they plan on The Boys. I wonder if it's going to be 5. Supernatural is 5 seasons, and then Brian Kripke left. And then they got another showrunner, and it went like another 7... What did it go, like season 13? But yeah, I'm hoping that, you know, they let Kripke do what he wants, because I'm really happy with the show. And yeah, Homelander is a monster. That scene with Black Noir, wow. And then also a coward. He sends the Deep to take care of that politician. And the team basically has their big bad of next season. That the politician daughter of oh my god, what's his name? I want to say his name for Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Well, Giancarlo Esposito plays a character, and he was kind of like the big bad of seasons 1 and 2, kind of, sort of. Like, there's other people at Vought that are apparently above him, or something. But yeah, the whole story with Stormfront was scary in season 2, and it had interesting carryover to season 3. But yeah, I think The Boys is really good. I like it quite a bit. Interesting one to see how they develop his kid. Yes, didn't that look like the kid is gonna be a monster? Like the smile that appears on the kid's face when he realizes everyone likes what his dad did. That was wild. When that happened, I was like, oh God. Oh God. Yeah, that's going to be neat. Hopefully we don't have to wait too long. I'm going to guess a year, right? So I'm going to guess June of next year, maybe. That seems to be about correct. I'm just hoping it's not like a year and a half or 2 years. I'm hoping it's that HBO time, everybody. I'm enjoying the new season of Westworld right now, but I fully realize they may not get another one until 2024. HBO is like, you like this show? We'll see you in 2 years. We'll see you. It happened with Sopranos, happened with Game of Thrones, just so many successful HBO series that just take forever for episodes. And really quickly, just wanted to bring up a couple shows. We're not going to really focus on them, but it's a real quick bringing them up. Better Call Saul is back with new episodes leading up to the finale. And the episode that appeared on Monday, or aired on Monday, was amazing. That was a fantastic Better Call Saul episode. So I highly recommend that show. And one of my favorite shows, a mockumentary about vampires in Staten Island, What We Do in the Shadows, came back yesterday. So this is the 4th season, I believe. And it is hilarious. This film crew follows a group of actual vampires in Staten Island. This is scripted. It's not a reality show. But, like, you know, what I'm trying to say is this film crew knows about the killings, knows about everything else. Still doing the documentary somehow. Occasionally they lose a member here or there. But yeah, it's a really good show. That's one of my favorites of the last few years is What We Do in the Shadows. It's based on the movie, and usually a TV show based on a movie or vice versa is awful. This is great. But that's because Taika Waititi, the writer, I believe, and director of Thor Love and Thunder, and the director of Thor Ragnarok, he's part of this show. At least he was for the first 2 seasons. And so is Jermaine Clement. I believe I got the name right. But yeah, great shows, and just a little bit about them. It is now time for us to toy around, everybody. I hope you are all ready to toy around, because I'm ready to toy around. Batman. Like, I think every week everyone's expecting Batman to show up in some way. Like either behind me, you know, like grabbing me by the neck or something, or, you know, me showing you a new toy. Here's why this is exciting. The people posting this picture and showing this are saying that this hints at Court of Owls toys. And that outfit for Batman is around the right is about the right time period for that in the comics. So this is part of the McFarlane Summer Showcase, and that'll be exciting if they actually do like Lincoln March, the Talons, maybe one or two court members. But yeah, I thought that was really cool, and I kind of like Batman, so there he is. So we got the Bat. Next up we have the bike. Look at this. Look at this, will ya? Ghost Rider. This is the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive from Hot Wheels. That's going to be at San Diego Comic-Con. Now, a lot of the sellers are doing an online thing where you get a code and you go to a website. So I don't know if he'll legitimately be available there at the con. I know that's not how Hasbro is doing their stuff. But yeah, Ghost Rider Hot Wheels, the packaging looked really cool. There were other pictures of this, but I thought this was the most dynamic. And it's really hard to juggle all these pictures of different toys as well as comics and everything and still have some level of control. And I like to have at least a little, at least. I don't like to have completely no control over this. But yeah, I like this. I don't have a price. I also don't have an exact size. They didn't know if the action figure comes off the bike, if he's posable. There were no pictures of him off the bike. So part of me thinks the answer to that would be no, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I think that's a really cool Ghost Rider right there. And here we go, everybody. As someone said on Twitter, the most jacked orthodontist in the world. Because apparently in the files about Dr. Mindbender, if you didn't know who that is, that's Dr. Mindbender. He was an orthodontist before he joined Cobra. Now, this figure is the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive for Hasbro Pulse. There's also a black Boba Fett, which is like a solid black single color painted Boba Fett action figure. Those are the two San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. I really like this one. I think I showed a picture of it a few weeks ago. There was no info though. It was just like, here's this. But yeah, it's going to be at San Diego Comic-Con. Again, their situation is you get a code and then you take the code and go online. No actual sales, no actual product at the convention at San Diego Comic-Con for them. Now, this is where things get interesting. It appeared for sure on the Best Buy website, and people recently have said it appeared on the Target website. So no one seems to know if this is an actual exclusive to Hasbro Pulse. No one seems to know if it's exclusive to the pay version of Hasbro Pulse. That's what it kind of sounds like what they did with Zartan last year, which I unfortunately didn't get one. But I really like this, and the detail's ridiculous. You can use your imagination right here. I'm guessing the brain goes into here, and this skull with, I guess, rope around it, I'm not sure why, I think would fit into this one. And the hand might go in there. I have no idea. I'm a little confused, but I love the features. I love the actual material cape. The sculpt of the face is really good. G.I. Joe Classified is one of my favorite series. And again, I just get the Cobra characters because, well, two things. It's cost effective, far more than trying to get all the G.I. Joe characters. And as a kid, I always collected the villains, the Cobra characters. I just thought they had a bit more panache. Better fashion sense, and More interesting color palettes for their clothes. A lot of purples, blacks, reds, like, real darker, intense colors for their outfits. Like Techno Viper, one of my favorites, purple, black, and silver. I'm guessing we'll get him. I didn't think we'd get Crocmaster. He's shipping right now. Hey, Derpy. We're just trying to find a DC fan channel that isn't biased to Marvel. Couldn't it be me, right? Well, I cover everything. I like to cover smaller companies. I like to cover DC and Marvel. It's definitely not meant to be just like a fan channel for a specific thing. I will say there's been a lot of G.I. Joe Classified. I'll admit that. It's true. But there have been a lot of things from them recently, like the giant hiss from Hasbro Pulse. I showed that about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And that was Dr. Mindbender. And that was us toying around for a week. That was our toying around. We're done with the toying around. What do I prefer, DC or Marvel? For me, it is DC, but that's because Batman is like my favorite hero. So, but I do love Marvel. Like DC, I'm a fan of Superman and Batman and, like the Justice League for the most part. A number of the Bat family books. But I very much like Marvel too. Our second review is actually going to be a Marvel book. Everybody, we toyed around. We're done with that for this week. We're done toying around. But now we're going to look into the future, everybody. The future of comics. All the way to 1 week from today. Okay, everybody. Superman 78. This takes place in the world of the 1978 Superman movie. And I believe also Superman 2. It's very cool. It is a Brainiac story arc. It's 6 issues, and I believe this will be a hardcover trade. This comes out next week. So it's kind of like the Brainiac story everyone wanted. That was not what Superman 3 was. There are elements where you can see that's where they were going, but there was a huge rewrite of the script. So it never turned out to actually be Brainiac in the movie. But yeah, this comes out next week, and it's all 6 issues. And again, I'm pretty sure it's hardcover. It'll be $24.99, and it comes out next week. Big DC fan supports Marvel, just mad by all the bandwagon MCU fans that think they know everything, which they don't know. How is it anymore? I accept all Marvel fans. Some people are just going to jump on with movies and TV. That's just how it is. You just hope that they also check out the comics, I've talked to owners of comic shops, and that's the way they look at it too. They're like, well, some of these people will come in and buy comics, And you just hope that enough people are like, oh, this is awesome. I want to see more of it. I want to know more about it, So let me put Superman away there. Here's something goofy. Not every comic book that I show from the future, again, an entire 7 days from today, is one I'm going to be picking up. I don't know if I'm going to be getting this. Madballs versus Garbage Pail Kids. This is a special cover that's thicker paper, so it's actually meant to look like a Garbage Pail Kid trading card. Darkseid over Thanos. I like both of them. But yeah, so here's Madballs versus Garbage Pail Kids, and it's kind of one of those goofy things that I'm just like, okay, I gotta tell everyone about this. Two very 1980s things coming together for a comic book. And this is issue 1. And this is one of like 3 or 4 covers. But again, this was made to look like an actual card. So I thought this was a cool one to show. Yeah, I like the cover. The cover's neat. The way that goes. Now, everybody. Like the big Marvel event. Judgment Day. Axe Judgment Day. And I'm not talking about the body spray. This is not a Marvel body spray book thing. You know, like they're trying to sell Axe body spray with this book. This is Avengers, X-Men, Eternals. And recently, it was revealed that the X-Men are immortal, and a few of them went and publicly claimed they were gods. This doesn't go well with the Avengers or the Eternals. Even more so the Eternals. So, yeah, this should be a really cool, insane book. One of my favorite comic writers. Oh my God, don't tell me I forgot his name. No, there we go. Thank God it's right there. Kieran Gillen. Again, I've said before when I mentioned Kieran, not Karen Gillan, the actress. Kieran Gillen, the writer. Did an amazing job on the Darth Vader comic book. Volume 1 of the Darth Vader comic that I think started in 2015 or 2016, I think. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Also, this is a book where I can be happy to say this is going to be a shitty book. Now, Doom might be freaked out that I use that word on this stream. Valerio Schiti. He's the artist of this book. I'm sorry, I love wordplay too much. But, yeah, I think this will be awesome. I think it's going to be really cool. I think it should be intense. Yeah. The X-Men kept a lot of Krakoa a secret. And even mutants are like, hey, Xavier, what were you thinking with some of this? And it's been very interesting in like Immortal X-Men and X-Men Red, which are two of the best X books right now, by the way. They are phenomenal. I cannot be like, get every one because there's like 12 or 13, but like those books are awesome. Still waiting for Kevin Feige to pull the Universe card and Wild Galactus has appeared. I thought for a moment they might be heading into that with a new Thor, but I was wrong. There's a moment where I was like, what is that? And it had a certain look to its helmet where I was like, huh, that's interesting. They also depicted a character as looking like a field of stars. They've done that for this for Galactus at one point. So I was like, huh, what's going on here? But it turned out to be something completely different. So completely, totally different than what I thought it would be. But yeah, I'll definitely review Judgment Day 1 next week. That'll be a book I do review. I like to call out one of the reviews that's going to happen the next week. I don't always know what they're both going to be, I'll be honest. But here we go. Rogues Gallery. Also, this is from Image as well. Hannah Rose Max. This is her first comic book, apparently. I think she might have been a novelist. I'm not exactly sure. But the story is interesting. It is a mix, apparently, between Misery and The Purge. And basically, these people are stalking this woman and dressed up as, like, supervillains. And it just sounds wild. And it sounds like an interesting book. Also, it's issue 1. So I think Rogues Gallery sounds neat. I'm interested in knowing more about it. Also, Grimm 3 comes out next week. Really cool story about a character that's the Grim Reaper and loses their scythe. And Death might be going nuts. We don't know exactly, but it's been really cool. That's from Boom Studios. I kind of want to do like a little bit of like hey, this also is coming out, but it's not like, you know, it's like honorable mention. Also, a book called Blink is coming out that sounds really cool. Horror story in like a found footage way about a woman finding out that when she was 3 years old, she was in a terrible accident, remembers none of it, but after seeing some streamed footage online and this weird place that she's never seen, she starts getting visions of what happened to her. So that sounded pretty neat too, and the artwork looked really cool for the cover. Blink. Blink issue 1. So now, everybody, I'm going to prime the pump. I'm not playing a giant ghost piano. I am priming the pump, see if anyone has any suggestions of books I should review, any questions I can attempt to answer, anything at all like that. And while I did that, you know, priming the pump, it's time for us to do our next review. Our first book was about snakes. Our second book we're reviewing today is Daredevil 1. Daredevil 1 is good. Basically, Matt Murdock is looking to pack up and leave New York, but before he does that, he has a list of things to take care of. And he ends up talking to Spider-Man, and they end up going against a couple criminals. He talks to Kingpin's son, Butch, and makes sure that Butch is like on the straight and narrow. And if he changes his mind on that, then Daredevil's going to come for him. Punisher is mentioned. The Hand is mentioned. And there's also a mini story involving the other Daredevil, Elektra Natchios, and her like having a conversation with Stick, which turns into a physical confrontation. Now, the interesting thing about Daredevil is he is a Christian superhero, meaning that, you know, he has religious beliefs, and that's always been a part of the story. He finds out in this episode that, or this issue, that this longtime character is a guardian angel. And this guardian angel ends up saving Daredevil's life. But unfortunately, he mentions that he's Matt's guardian angel, not the person that Daredevil was looking for at the train station. And then there's an explosion of a train. So I feel this story arc is going to deal with faith and him dealing with the fact that this ex-girlfriend of his that he wanted to talk to, you know, is just gone. And, you know, the guardian angel, you know, saved him. Didn't stop the thing from happening. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. I don't know exactly where they're headed after this. I'm going to guess he may not leave New York now. But yeah, apparently this person that actually took him to court turns out to be a guardian angel. I'm interested to see what people think of that. But I thought it was good. I'll definitely get issue 2 because I need to know where it goes. It surprised me. I didn't know they were going to go directly into something like that. But yeah, Chip Zdarsky, also the same writer of Batman currently. And Batman 125 was really good. Reviewed it last week. Featured a new villain named Failsafe. And there seems to be a connection to Batman in Failsafe, so it'll be pretty interesting to see what that is. I have some theories. Now, does anyone have any questions on this issue of Daredevil or any other books you want me to review? See, that's why I primed the pump ahead. If I remember to prime the pump ahead, it gives everyone a little bit of time to be like, maybe I should ask this question. Oh, another awesome book with a new issue next week, Ice Cream Man. Awesome horror anthology series that I highly recommend. I've read like 3 of the trades. Well, everybody, if we don't have any questions or suggestions, I just want to thank everyone very much for watching. Jane Foster. What about Jane Foster? Sentinel, what about Jane? I haven't done a long form review yet, like an actual trade or anything yet. I think I kind of want to focus on single issues. Like I'm tempted to do the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles book that came out 2 weeks ago. Anything new with her? Well, I forget if I mentioned her last week or not. Marvel's Avengers. I think she's pretty good. A lot of people are saying that she is a clone character. Some features are the same, some aren't. She has one of my favorite Ultimates. The movie was good. I liked Thor: Love and Thunder. Although I like Ragnarok more. Thor: The Dark World is still my least favorite Thor movie and one of my least favorite MCU films. Missed last week's episode. See, I think I mentioned her. I'm not 100%. You got me guessing now if I did or not. I can't guarantee I did. But yeah, I like her. She's cool. I'm looking forward to. Oh, there's some video game news. Bayonetta 3. Bayonetta 3 was shown today, and a collector's edition. I think they had a release date for it as well. I think it's October. Don't quote me on that, because I was reading a number of different things today. But yeah, looks really cool. Well, I heard that the Jason Aaron trade is awesome. I heard the Jane Foster Jason Aaron trade is really good. That's the big one. It's a little pricey, but Amazon might be a little cheaper. Like it's $44.99, but it's like that thick. It's big. It's big. It's one of those trades where you're like, oh, I see why it's this expensive. It's like 400 pages or something like that. But yeah, apparently Miller said that the next hero coming is Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier. Everyone thought that it was going to be She-Hulk. And apparently She-Hulk is coming, but right now it sounds like Bucky is coming first. Which surprises me because I thought they would try for the synergy of the TV show. Because I think this TV show starts in August of She-Hulk. Unless they know something we don't and it's getting pushed back. I expect some She-Hulk trailer information at San Diego Comic-Con, of course. Yeah, I believe the trade's available digitally. I don't think they give you much of a discount, sadly, but I'm pretty sure the trade is. I mean, the single issues are. I don't see why the trades wouldn't be. Well, the trade, you might be able to read issue by issue. The Mighty Thor run by Jason Aaron on, like, the Marvel Unlimited or whatever it's called. During 2020, during the height of COVID, the very height of it, they had, like, free subscriptions to most digital comics. And I had Marvel Unlimited at that time. I think it was like 3 months for free. I don't think they'll do two at once. I don't think they have the team for that. I'd love that, but I don't think that. I don't know if that's going to be like realistic. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the OLT, as long as you don't have to be between 175 and 200 to play it. Let's see. Oh, the villain sector I'm very much looking forward to, too. MODOK villain sector will be fun. I thought I had more gaming news. I think it was announced last week that God of War Ragnarok's November 9th, I believe. That's exciting. That's a huge game right there, everybody. That would be amazing if they could. But, like, to be honest with you, I'd rather have one hero and, like, a cool villain sector that's repeatable for them. I'm more than happy with them taking, like, the bigger pieces of DLC and breaking them up into missions here and there to give us content more often. That's fine. If that's what they need to do, that's fine. They're not at a point where they're charging us for any of these expansions. So I can understand. Now, Embracer might want to change that. But yeah, I like Marvel's Avengers. What else? I thought I had other video game news that was pretty big, but I can't remember what it is. Oh, rumors of an EA X-Men game. That's all I've heard. Just a rumor that EA is working on an X-Men game, but there's nothing about it. So I don't know if it's BS or what. Also, it worries me a little. EA and a little company called BioWare. Little worrisome there. Only time will tell. That's true. Only time will tell. Well, everybody, I want to thank you all very much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. I would like to thank Doom and the Doom Squad Gaming for letting me use the YouTube channel. Borrow it for a little bit. Just a little bit. And, yeah. I'll be back next week with another episode. You can also catch me on Twitch under Hoarder Gamer. My next stream will be tomorrow night, Thursday. Probably about 7 or 8 p.m. Central. I'm usually right between that hour, between 7 and 8 usually. I try to narrow it down to 7, but it's not the easiest thing to do. And I believe, let's see here, a little bit of news. Doom Squad Gaming block party on Friday. That's going to be fun. I want to say it's Fezzy. I want to say it's Fezzy's Nerd Life. And then we have something, I believe, on Sunday, but I don't know if it's announced yet what that is yet. So I'll just leave it there as an exciting thing. But everybody, have yourself a great night, and I will see you later. And thank you for watching Hoarder's Comic Flex. Whether you watched it live or if you're watching it, just on YouTube. Because again, it's not really on demand. It's YouTube. It's what YouTube kind of is. But have a great one, everybody, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.